Hey, welcome back to Cultivation. So today we're going to discuss about microorbit and why it's important. So this is my manual when I was studying with Qigong or medical Qigong at Zen Wellness. I did 200 hours and 500 hours. People, they're great, good personalities, and most of all, you do feel that sense of community when you go there. So it's nice, and the best part is that you get to train together, and so you get to see 200 hours of practice. Then you have 500 hours. Then you have 800 hours and 1,000 hours. So it's a good program. This is in California, and so the reason I brought this up is because microorbit, why it's important. And so you have to imagine that our body is really unique because it has a lot of electricity going on that correlates to blood flow and nervous system that again intersect with chakras. So just to make it easier, I'm just going to work on or talk about microorbit, and you have heavenly orbit. So this is one of my masters I used to train, and he's posing, so you can see this book's been destroyed. So I don't know if I should just keep destroying it or what. So it looks like from your tailbone to your crown, and you're gonna go from your back up your spine and down. So just to make it easier, so the spine is behind you, that's called govern. Then going down, conception. So you have govern vessel and conception vessel, do and when. Okay, so, and it's basically, don't by the name of do and when or when and do, just understand what a visual looks like because they are corresponding to the chakras, but in different system, different expressions. And I explain why that is after this. So if you look at this, as you can see, he's standing, and you go to Horian, then you go to his, see that diagram? Oops, right there. His sacrum, lower back, mid lower back, thoracic, then cervical, the neck, apsidic bones, then you have the crown, third eye, throat, chest, solar plex, keyway, dantian. Alright, so that's a lot to digest. So I would set that up to explain a little deeper. So think of this. You have an electricity engine that connects with your endocrine systems, that is your hormone, and also your internal organs. That is also like an engine that support your daily life, eating, sleeping, energy, fight or flight, basically adrenal glands. So why is it important? Really, it's based on your abilities to cultivate, recharge the electricity, your life force, that is prana and chi. And most of all, it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Now that's the thing about practicing this microorbit. When you do it, you feel the flow coming to you like an ocean as you open, then down. Now, you have dantians, but really you have 3 dantians. So again, dantians, those who have not heard me or read the book or understand the Taoist, word is energy field or energy elixir. It is a quantum field in a sense, and it also is second brain. So the reason it is because if you cultivate Nigong or Nidin, then you understand that this right here is basically holds physical attributes as well as martial powers, and basically it's a circuit breaker. you can hold abundance of energy. When you have abundance of it, then you take that and you express into martial arts or healing or spiritual cultivation, enlightenment, or third eye open. Then you have right here, as everyone know, this is the middle path. This is your heart. As you know, it is connected to your thyroid gland and your heart chakras. So this expresses your love, and also it does create a quantum field as well. So next to the heart, you see that. Then you have third eye, yin ting, and it's also a open consciousness. So the cultivation that I practice in Qigong, Nigong is basically by relax the body and open yourself up, but you cultivate energy inside it. So I'm charging more and more and more. As I do so, it gets bigger, more powerful, improve my lifestyle. So it's energy cultivation. Then as you progress from low dantian, it gets bigger, 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 then it overflow. Now the reason I brought microorbit is because you also use a dantian to go down to push that energy up and behind you and down. So you repeat. So that way you open the gate, you open the channel for microorbit, you're connecting your electricity. So now you have the dantian, as I mentioned. So dantian is like power, okay? You have so much power. Then when you have power, then you have to improve the flow of the channel. So at the beginning, when you do this, you may feel nothing or tingling. And that's basically, think of a lake. The electricity you can hold right now, or how it travels. It's like a lake. It's just like going, okay, then it gets stronger. You progress your meditation, it goes faster, more powerful, more abundance. Then as you progress more, become like ocean. You're like, oh, wow, bam, like Shazam. So that's why I made my other video doing this microorbit, so you can feel that happening. Okay, so that is beginner level, and that's the reason why I made it. So you can understand the microorbit meditation. It has different names, and also when you do it, it also increases the connection of the chakras and the soul. But also it basically put more energy in the three dantians. Now here's what I was gonna say about this. Is really important is that I want to say this fast in time. Our human body is basically a computer, like spiritual cosmic computer, but our body or vessel as human is battery. So imagine that. It's kind of weird, right? Why we sleep, why we eat, we transfer energy over and over, and we sleep, then we get more energy. Then you're like, oh, well, how do I get abundance of energy? Well, it's called meditation. Or my version is energy cultivation. So that's why my name is Illuminating Movement. So that way you illuminate inside from outside, and vice versa, depending on what we're doing. So once the chi flow from your microorbit, you improve your immune system, your endocrine system gets stronger, as well as your internal organs. Don't be surprised if your third eye open pops up, because every time you have that electricity circuit coming up, you're touching this chakra, and also you're feeding more energy and purifying it, and down your heart chakra as well. And this is very interesting because it does it does intersect into Tantra as well. But the main thing is when you do Tai Chi, you actually do this orbit. When you do Qigong, you do the same thing. It's just that there's a stage you have to get there, and why, and how much energy you can attain, so that way you can push energy flow to get your transformation. That is the reason why microorbit is important. Then once it gets going, oh, it's like ecstasy. It's like, ah. When you pass your root chakra, it's like, woo, okay. Then you pass the crown, oh, solid. Now, this is what I was trying to say. What happens when microorbit is abundance? It will connect to chakras. When the chakras open, the three dantians open. No one knows that. Like, now people know about that. Or do what I did. I opened the three dantians, all the chakras open. So that's what I want to say. It's one of the secrets I've learned, and I'm like, what? Master, you told me this now? Have you told me this, I could like kind of know what we're doing. I was like doing this like, because I hate microorbit. Okay, yes, I said it, okay? Don't shame me. Don't fight me. It's because it's just like, over and over, and I don't feel stronger. And that's my perspective. Now, once I do my Dantian cultivation, when I do my Dantian cultivation, lower one, my energy just go up, I'm like, boom, boom. I'm like, I love microorbit now. Another system now they do utilize this a lot is Spring Forest. So with my version is that I assist you to go to cultivate faster, get that abundance of energy. The more energy you have, the more life expand, the more energy will transform you, because energy does transform to force. That's why you do Tai Chi or practice the Shen or any Nigong. It does transform to that high cultivation, not just like tingling warmth. It's actually transformed to the force. It's fascinating. So maybe I will convey that a little more. Anyway, so that is pretty much about microorbit. I hope that makes sense. Why it's important and why you can utilize this. But the main thing is to try, if you can, to improve the flow daily. And once it open, you will again. Some people will have the third eye open. It is not like Kundalini, because Kundalini is a deeper of spine. So the microorbit is more fire path. So like that. Now Kundalini is deeper to more Sushumna. It's deeper, it's more substantial fire, heat. You feel it. You're like, it's not. It's very raw. When I had that, I was like, I can't talk for days. Anyway, so I hope that makes sense. Enjoy. Happy cultivation.